Welcome back, Five Aces.
Hey people, Five Aces here. Welcome to 2021. Welcome to the future of OpenRA. Peace through power. You're noticing something? Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. These are indeed the graphics of the remaster. Now, this is a test build, courtesy of Pishodi, head developer of OpenRA, and these are some alpha tryout stages. So don't expect remastered graphics in the regular base game anytime soon. This is a proof of concept. However, I was given the opportunity to cast a replay with it. To be precise, a series of replays. That is a 1 versus 1 best of 3 match between two very distinguished players that has been played over the course of the Tiberian Dawn Global League, season 1 or 2, I believe. Haven't been following it too much anyway. This is spawning in as the GDI Forces Mr. Big Bad Bane, and he's gonna be trifling and tangling here with Mr. Kato, who is a very distinguished player from the TD community. So this is gonna be super awesome. This is a proof of concept that 2021 is gonna be the year of OpenRA. It's gonna be the zodiac sign is gonna be the Scorpio, I guess. What with Nod taking over. Yeah, Nod here has been selected for Kato. I'm really hyped. I love those graphics. So little infantry skirmishes going on across the map. This is gonna be a singular cast, by the way. So just some little extra content, and I again want to make sure, I want to make this absolutely clear, this is an alpha. So this might crash at any time. This is why I'm very careful with my camera movements here, very cautious, and trying not to jank the camera too much. Anyway, there is now a massive field advantage as well as a wave of infantry streaming forward for Mr. Big Bad Bane. It's looking pretty good. And he is going to meet a nasty timing because Kato notably went for a 1 refinery opener. Fortunately, he's got the guard tower up and running there. Able to apply some AoE suppression as well as AoE murder rising. Buggies are coming online, but rockets are relatively safe at taking those down from the distance. Nice hit and run kiting here with the buggy. Never taking too much damage, never taking any bad concaves. Very good play from Kato thus far. But there is wave number 2 incoming. Maybe he wants to pull the harvester to soak up some damage. No, he's got a guard tower already. Okay, so he was definitely well prepared for those rushes. With that out of the way, this paves the way for some buggy aggression from the side of Kato, who is also transitioning into recon bikes now. The classic magical combo. You might notice that I'm having my right hand off the mouse right now. Usually I tend to select units a lot. This is not the case here. So here's the counter push, and yeah, there is just nothing in store. Nothing in the way of defense for Mr. Cloudy. He's now coming out with the Humvees, but this is gonna lend itself to a window of vulnerability. Let's put it that way. The hospital has not been taken, as is customary in OpenRA. This just looks so sexy. I really dig those graphics, and with the smoother gameplay, like, I like the remasters, but some of the gameplay can be a bit janky due to the old engine. But it just feels so much smoother in OpenRA. Also, something else I would like to mention, because people are inevitably going to ask about it. Yes, EA have given the thumbs up. Oh, out comes the APC, and it's got the turret. Sweet. Looks like a really cool model here. So yes, this has indeed been approved by EA, which is awesome. So buggy and bike aggression has been stifled, and Mr. Cloudy, aka Bane, coming out relatively unscathed here. There's already on 2 harvesters, no less, there's a radar dome out here for Kato. So he's gonna look into medium. No, that's not a medium tank, that is a flame tank indeed. The good old Devil's Tongue, as it was renamed afterwards in Tiberian Sun. But as for now, I don't think it had a particular name in Command & Conquer 1. Not that I remember anyway. It's not going to be very good against units on the move, obviously, but it's going to be able to find its way in and, yeah, apply some Scorched Earth policies here. No hard anti-armor solutions just yet. Oh, wow. This has instantly obliterated the guard tower. I don't remember it being this strong against structures. That is wild. Alright, flame tanks are, yeah, putting in the reverse. They don't want to mess with the rocket soldiers, but it's a soft counter because as evidenced here, they can die very easily. Wow. Okay, those flame tanks are going to town, dishing out way more damage than I was initially anticipating. By the way, since it's a best of 3, we're at least gonna have one rematch regardless of the outcome. Also, flame tanks tend to explode very violently. Oh, there's another flame tank sneaking through from the north. What a nice series of plays. This reminds me of Command & Conquer Generals. This is traditionally the Command & Conquer Generals route, that non-stop aggression with flame tanks. If you've ever played China in Command & Conquer Generals, you know what I'm talking about. And Kato also taking a forward oil derrick, so he's now up to 2 oil derricks over 0. It's gonna net him some passive income, some life support and social welfare, I guess. And recon bikes over the ridges, trying to be a bit annoying. Ooh, there's an engineer out, probably trying to recapture the flamer tank husks. But yeah, they're expiring too quickly. It's like 10 seconds or something. And there is an MCV move out to the south from Kato. It's looking so good for him. And it's starting to look like Bane is going to run out of resources. He's going to be running dry. Also losing a harvester to the recons. There is the good old recon flank. Very well played. Medium tank is out, but those can only play zone defense. Also, they don't hit very well against moving targets. And wave number 3 is out for Kato. This is going to be a follow-up with mass light tanks. Plus a couple of riflemen to screen against infantry. Very well played. Oh, recapturing a harvester though. That is very nice. So for those who have missed that, that is a balance change in TD. Now engineers function just like the mechanics in the Red Alert mod, in that they can recapture husks. And that is a very, very useful trait to have indeed. Yeah, Rifleman soaking up a lot of damage here. And he is chipping away at the defenses. Playing a very, very good and solid game here. Very nice application of hard counters from Kato there. And the MRLS is out, but MRLS are notoriously bad against infantry. And also pretty bad against anything that's moderately armored. They're just a very good counter to tier 0 aggression. So probably the game plan for Bane was hoping that Kato would stick to his tier 0 bike spam and buggy spam, because yeah, MRLS obliterate that, but that's not the case here. And as you can see, the MRLS just not able to dish out enough damage to stop the breach. Yeah, there is a little leak here. Oh, one of the animations is a bit bugged, so the crush animation leaves the infantry with a weird green outline, but that is to be expected. Alright, still 5 harvesters for Bane, and he has expanded, more or less. But there is already a refinery out for Kato, so his economy is definitely going to be in a good spot. What a game here! And the light tanks going to town on the mediums. Just shaving off any more value they can find. Nice little value purchase. Also going to find their way into the flanks, into the heart of Bane's economy. And the medium tanks are struggling to keep up. They're obviously stronger, bang for buck, but they can't stand toe-to-toe with in terms of speed. Oh, committing for the last harvester here. Well played. So that's down to 2 harvesters for Bane. Extremely well played. Controlled aggression from Kato, who himself is now up to 4 harvesters only, but that's fine. That's fine. All he needs to do is keep Bane contained within his own base. Oh man. There are more surprises to come for OpenRA in 2021, but this is something I've been waiting for a very long time. It's been a long time coming. Look at those sexy flame death explosions. Again, splitting off a recon bike, trying to find the wounded harvesters. This is ingenious play. So airstrikes are going to be available very shortly for both players, obviously earlier for Kato. Kato's airstrike is ready. He might, if he gets some more damage onto the weapons factory, he can actually target it with an airstrike and just blast it away. So no more infrastructure being built from Kato. Bane himself hasn't established a second refinery just yet, so the econ is even. Armies. Oh, there's the artillery over the ridge. This is brilliant. Artilleries, for those of you who are new to OpenRA, in this game mod, in OpenRA, they do insane DPS, but they're also very flimsy. They're like a paper craft artillery cutout. except it's shooting glass shards everywhere. They are insanely strong, but also very flimsy. So that's the last of the tanks going down. It is not looking good for Bane anymore. He has lost pretty much his entire army, and there is more and more streaming in. Power is now low, so 50% production, negative production speed modifier. That is looking to be it for game number 1, to be honest. Yeah, the power is being targeted. One of the Achilles heels in TD, and Chi-Chi being called. What a game from Kato. Immensely well played. And this is only game 1. We are going to be back with the rematch, game number 2. Yeah, I'm really stoked to have the opportunity, haven't been given the opportunity to present to you this game in remastered graphics. See you in a second.
Battle control terminated.
Welcome to round number 2. We are ready to tangle. Both players have loaded up, which is obvious because it's a replay, but hey. Again, Bane spawning as GDI, and the more mobility-based not being chosen by Kato. I think those were deliberate picks. Something you might notice in stark contrast to the remasters, and also I think there was a balance change from even the last versions of OpenRA TD, is that the build distance between buildings is now way farther. I think you can now leave a gap of 3 tiles diagonally between buildings, which just makes the build radius that much more efficient, and also allows you for more strategies to go for more reach and area coverage with your base. Allows you to build wide, but also leaves you at the risk of getting your buildings picked apart. Double barracks. This is looking to be like an all-in. Bane definitely has some good all-ins up his sleeve. This is starting to look like the no-eco MCV cell triple barracks. Or maybe just early mass. Let's see. Anyway, it is a risky build. Leaves you high and dry in terms of economy. You are gonna be struggling for cash. The map in question, I think it's called Tournament Rift, if I remember correctly. And move command here for Bane, losing a lot of soldiers unnecessarily. He's trying to reclaim field control, but with reinforcement routes this short, it's definitely not going to be in the cards for Bane to put a halt to this oil derrick or recapture it. Whoa, he's been going for some serious early game investments. Oh, triple kill, courtesy of the AoE of the guard tower. That was sick. Immediate sell-off afterwards, getting the cash rebate. That's pretty hilarious. All of the houses have specific names. I think that is... I'm not sure if that's OpenRA specific. I haven't really checked in the remasters, even though I've played them quite a lot. Actually, one of the few people, like the 0.9% of players, who managed to complete all the achievements. And let me tell you, the Red Alert missions were easy, but the TD missions, those were a pain. Okay, sacrificing a couple infantry to the Tiberium gods. Fortunately, I think Viceroid spawns are disabled for competitive play, so no chance at a random Viceroid mutation here. What's the follow-up going to be? There's just another refinery in the works for both players, so just airstrip first and weapons factory first, respectively. And again, we're seeing some nice old buggy action. Buggy on Humvee action, this time though definitely not going to be double teamed early on. 2v3, the Humvee should still lose. 3v3 definitely they're going to win. And Humvees are also a good counter to light vehicles. They're very fast, not as fast as the buggies, but they can catch up to recon bikes. The recon bikes specifically have this one problem, that they can't fire on the move. This gates their power and keeps them from being completely overpowered and broken. Alright, cutting into the escape route. Well, on the road. Road speed bonus actually allows the bike to get away. That is solid. The engineers for Bane haven't really paid off. He is on double derrick versus the one derrick for Kato. One of the engineers got denied there. Yep. That is some veterancy on the minigunner. So what's the follow-up plan? Nice! Bane just cutting the routes short and immediately intercepting the bike, which is now a smoldering husk more than anything else, but it's still running. So there's some, yeah, while there's a little bit of downtime, let's just talk about some of the future plans for OpenRA. There's some really, really cool stuff coming on in 2021. Specifically, community-driven ladders is also a really, really cool feature that I'm hyped for. There's already one server and one ladder up and running, plus a website. So you can check it out at oraladder.net. And it just shows you stats for if you register with a forum account, which is free, as is obviously downloading OpenRA. There is a forum, if it's tied to your forum, and you can just check your player stats, and you actually have an ELO ranking as well. That is super, super cool, and it's already been widely accepted into the community. I think within a week of this being established, around 700 matches have been played. Don't quote me on the exact numbers, but I've seen there's a number of total matches played, and it's insane. Okay, first flame tank is out. So I see where this is going. I see what the rock is cooking. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Kalto's cooking up something fierce here, though. Flame tanks in the wings. He's probably trying for a flanking maneuver. Probably wants to send them through the south. And we've got APCs on screening duty. Double war factory, but still no tech buildings, so comm center not out just yet. Whereas the comm center for Kato is way earlier, which allows him for medium tanks. For light tanks, sorry. Yeah, medium tanks would be a really good counter from Bane, but he's invested into... He sold off one of the barracks and went for double factory now instead. Going for a couple harvesters on the back end as well. Okay, the APC scouts that it definitely doesn't want to be in this neighborhood. MCV pushing forward, and unlike in Red Alert, the MCVs in Tiberian Dawn are tanky. Those are some chunky boys. You can't simply take them out with the equivalent of a flak truck. Simply not gonna happen. Alright, here's a little buggy cutting into the escape route. I doubt it's gonna have much success because the APCs are just too well armored. Not in the cards, my friend. There is also an MCV move out. This is Bane feeling that his economy is gonna be on life support in just a little bit and expanding to greener pastures. Traditionally in Tiberian Dawn, unlike in Red Alert, you don't want to build a second MCV because it's super expensive. It's only for very specialized strategies. Oh, there's a lot of infantry here. Especially the flamers can dish out and take some punishment. Very scary units. Then also the long-range bazookas from the backlines. Wow, this army from Kato is just marching forward, unopposed. The line of defense has not yet been formed, but nice run by from the Humvees. A couple of them get shaved off. Also managing to take out some infantry there. I feel like he's a little too light on the anti-infantry. Ooh, the flame tank almost connecting in a bad way. Yeah, infantry mass is just overwhelming for Kato. Infantry is so strong in Tiberian Dawn if they are allowed to connect. If they're allowed to go where they want. So at the end of the day, this is Kato just emerging victorious. Albeit barely so. APC is trying to cut into the reinforcement routes, but this is not very efficient. They are just good against aircraft and light vehicles, not infantry. Defensive lines have been formed. Yeah, there's now many minigunners out. This is the proper counter. If you want to stop an infantry blob, you just go for mass minigunners. There might also be some crushes in order. Going forward, finding some crushes here. Decent. Alright. Starting to still look bleak for Bane, though. He hasn't found the snipes he was looking for. Yeah, but the stream of units has been culled down to a trickle. So at the end of the day, I think Bane is going to be able to hold. Eventually. Or are the tanks strong enough to breach? Okay, there's MRLS out. Not really going to do much against this army, though. Low power again. Oh, nasty timing window. And this is just exactly about where the economy is running out for Bane, so unfortunate timing there. Those explosions look so spectacular, yet they do next to no damage. This is the equivalent of tickle torture. OpenRA edition. And look at how fast those guys die, especially if there's rocket soldiers involved. Oh, 2 tanks on the backline flank, trying to take out the MRLS. This is so smart. Kato really bringing his A game today. I mean, just 3 shots. Those MRLS are dead. And the infantry marching forward unopposed because, yeah, that's only MRLS rocket launchers. They certainly don't launch missiles that are very scary. Those missiles are more, yeah, suited for New Year's Eve, I guess. Artillery online. Finally, though, he has pushed him back. This is the first time that Bane gets a breather. For the first time in this entire series, he is advancing onto the base of Kato, who is now himself forming a defensive line. This has been a very straightforward game. This is very much the sledgehammer approach. Alright. Artillery repositioning, you don't want to have that one in the front lines. Artilleries, unlike MRLS, have a very small hit profile, but if they hit, they even put a massive dent into medium tanks. So those are not to be trifled with, not to be underestimated. The airstrike is up and ready, by the way, for Kato, who has now established a 3rd base and a nice front line, but he is about to be on the defense. Bane is inching his way forward slowly. Nice run by again. It's always efficient if you can just clean up some of the rifle infantry, and especially rocket soldiers, they're so expensive, 300 a pop. Northbound expansion here taken for Bane, but no economy just yet. And there is a recon run by on the flanks. Oh, nice distraction play. Has to yield because there's infantry in the house, in the general vicinity, but still. Mediums are now advancing onto very vulnerable eco lines. Oh, airstrike, close range. One of the harvesters going down, but that's probably going to be the end of it. Maybe a 2nd harvester. Man, what a nice play. Airstrikes are now directional in OpenRA ever since 2 releases ago. He's still going to lose a harvester there. Maybe another one if Bane commits hard. Oh, the counter airstrike. Obliterating all the infantry. There was no space to dodge here anyway. Okay, first advanced guard tower is out. Just playing it extra safe. And this composition, whoa, he's just queued up 5 MRLS. I'm just not sure what those are going to achieve. There is no soft targets for them. That's what they want. They want soft targets, not heavily armored brute force units. Okay, taking the barracks out on the way. Well, why not? It's like a takeaway order. Ooh. Targeting the war factory. That one has a lot of health, so I'm unsure if that's the right idea. Yeah, he's now targeting the economy. That is a much more vulnerable target that I like more. Probably gonna have yield him a higher success rate. And down go 2 harvesters. Third harvester also under siege. But the mediums, the light tanks are starting to dwindle. And yeah, 3 harvesters down. No more economy except for 1 harvester on this patch. But there is 5 more here. Plus Bane has got another one lined up. And yeah, starting to look very good for him. Kato, probably a bit of an overzealous aggression. His act of aggression there not being too successful. And this is gonna be the main base in absolute peril. Ooh, that was a cluster of rockets. Just everything being torched. And yeah, the airstrike is probably 2 minutes shy of coming online, so definitely no window to exploit this and wipe any infantry clusters. This is gonna be a tough one for Kato. I doubt he's gonna be able to match up against Bane here anymore. His economy definitely has been outpaced. He's in shambles. Oh, this is gonna be a nice opportunity for some roadkill though, especially on the road. Get such nice crushes and line them up nicely. Mass MRLS, I've never seen this before. This is not usually successful. And those remasters graphics, they look so pretty, especially the explosions. I'm not gonna zoom in on it, I'm gonna show some restraint here. There's probably one last push in Kato. He's trying to reposition, but he doesn't find an angle for aggression. And can't wait the airstrike out either, it's still 1 minute shy of coming online. This flank is so well defended, just a a stream of infantry, a steady stream of infantry marching forward unrelentlessly. Relentlessly there. Unrelentlessly, what would that even be? Yeah. Now the medium tank, spearhead, plus MRLS in the back. This is probably not something you can stop anymore. Kato is compacted. His field of play is completely minimized to one little pocket of the map. It is starting to look to be a 1-1. So something I should have clarified, it's not really best of 3. It is 2 matches, and draws might occur. This is starting to increasingly look like a draw. So this series is probably going to end at a 1-1. If we are to believe the statistics here. I mean, always expect the unexpected, but I'm not seeing a window to come back here. Definitely not with all the infantry in the neighborhood. That's a very scary neighborhood, to be honest. Yeah, that's all the harvesters down. I think he has 0 harvesters left.
Civilian killed.
Civilian killed, ouch. What a nasty announcement. Oh yeah, that's the last harvester. That's absolutely, that is it for Kato. And he doesn't have any sneaky backline engineers or anything. Nope.
Civilian killed.
More civilians. Bane, you are committing war crimes, and they're probably gonna have to answer Den Haag for that. Yeah, this has been a solid defense. The first 7 minutes, I would like to say, were just a complete defensive rally for Bane, but after that he pushed back and he never let off the pedal. So very nice game here. Very solid, very tactical. Oh yeah, kill the Wilderic. Kill it all you want. You have no more income, good sir. You only have 1 oil derrick to your name and a couple empty refineries. Doesn't look like he has the money to rebuild either. Why is he still staying in this game? Not entirely certain. Oh wow, he managed to squeeze out 1 harvester. He's definitely not giving up. He's fighting for his points. But look, when 3/4 of the map are GDI territory, you gotta accept that this is gonna be a green zone very soon. Yep. Red zone no more. Tournament Rift is now firmly in GDI hands. Down with the infidels! Brotherhood of Nod suffering here. Suffering some heavy losses, and here's the airstrike to boot. Right into the retreat path. That was just absolutely phenomenal. And there is now low power. That is unlucky. Kato has got the airstrike up and running, but he has low power, so he can't even call it in right there. Yikes. So, talk about unlucky timing. He's selling everything off to get at least 1 airstrike out. Oh, no more power, no airstrike, that's it. GG, well played. So with that, I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. This is gonna be, this was a little preview for those of you who just tuned in now. A little preview at a feature that is gonna come baked into OpenRA much later. This is a pre-alpha version, still running a bit unstable, as is to be expected for a pre-alpha, and definitely not gonna be in the, I was about to say retail version, but definitely not gonna be in the downloadable version of OpenRA for any time soon. Just want to make that clear, but there are many changes that are so nice, especially for competitive play and spectators, that are going to be baked into the next release. That is going to be Discord integration, there's going to be a ranked ladder system, not an official one, but a community-driven one, and there's also going to be a complete balance overhaul for Tiberian Dawn, which now plays much better and much closer to what one would expect of TD. So, stay tuned, there's also a patch spotlight underway. That's it from my side for now, and with that, those nice little peaceful pictures of the occupation of the GDI on a red zone here, I'll leave you into this new year. Welcome to 2021. It's gonna be a good one. Certain of that one. Thanks for watching. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.